Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic:
what widely accepted Reddit tropes are just not true in your experience? Just because someone lies to you, it doesn't mean that they are gaslighting you. Gaslighting is different than just lying, and it's used in abusive, controlling situations by manipulative people. Bob from accounting, who denied eating an extra piece of cake, isn't a dangerous man who is gaslighting everyone in the office. He just likes cake. If Bob tries to convince you that you never had a cake in the first place and you're just crazy, that's gaslighting. Damn, Bob really must like cake. This also extends to misremembering. Towards the end of my long relationship, my ex fell in with a bunch of people who assumed everything was gaslighting. So if I forgot I had a meeting that'd make me run a little late, it's apparently gaslighting. Online communities just pick up words and throw them about without knowing the meaning, and it's legitimately damaging. It's also really hard to argue with, because you have to explain, 1. That's not what gaslighting is. What you're accusing me of is just regular manipulation. 2. I'm also not doing that. But by the time you get to 2, it just sounds like you're defending manipulation. The AITA final judgment can be wrong. Writing skills and spinning the story are the prime factors in determining who is the asshole. Sadly, doesn't help that half, or more, of the posts on there are just creative writing exercises. Not everyone you don't get along with is a narcissist, sometimes you just don't get along. I also don't hear that term thrown around so casually in real life. Similarly, not every instance of lying or being incorrect is gaslighting. Gaslighting is simply a very specific type of manipulation. Some situations that people may call gaslighting are just another, still potentially harmful, form of manipulation. And yes, often a behavior described as gaslighting isn't actually manipulative at all. The typical know-it-all top comment being right. It's easy to fall into that trap until it's about something you actually know about. Okay, why does this have 12k upvotes and 4 awards? It's like 2 sentences. There's a real herd mentality here sometimes, I think. Or probably just in humans in general. Once a comment starts getting lots of upvotes or downvotes, it seems to just snowball. An example is the recent PC hardware-related issue where GPU power cables were burning. I'm an electronics engineer grad. People were, rightfully, mad at Nvidia for fucking up the design so badly. It was then discovered that it only happened to connectors that weren't pushed in as far as possible. All of a sudden, people were crying, user error, with hundreds of upvotes. Imagine you didn't plug your lamp into the wall as far as it could possibly go, and your house burned down. My dudes, if a product is designed so that it bursts into flames over such a simple condition, that's called a design flaw. As others have pointed out, it wasn't Nvidia that designed the connector. It was a third party. Spend any amount of time on a dating or relationship sub and you'd think the average man and woman are just seething with hatred toward each other. Maybe I just have an exceptional group of friends from both sides. But thankfully that doesn't represent my reality. People who are successful in dating relationships don't hang out in dating relationships subreddits. Actually, I enjoy reading the chaos. It's sad, exciting, funny, and painful all in the span of 5 to 10 minutes. Taco Bell leading to immediate diarrhea. I haven't had it in years but used to have it semi-regular. Not once had it led me to gastrointestinal distress. So either Redditors have really delicate constitutions or Taco Bell equals blowing mud is just lazy. Humor for the collective. I'm an Englishman with IBS. When I was in California I went to Taco Bell. If there's anyone it should fuck up, it's a foreigner unused to the local food and water with a dodgy gut. I was fine. IARC Taco Bell actually improved the quality of their ingredients a while back because of the memes. I just don't think the internet cares enough to give them credit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be almost 8,000 Taco Bells in America if every time people ate there, they shit their pants. Maybe Big Toilet is funding them. The other day there was this post on Woodworking where this guy was showing off this beautiful cabin he made with a sawmill. I went to the comments in hopes he would divulge some of the various processes involved. I dream of owning my own sawmill someday to make tables and things, but it never occurred to me I could build a cabin entirely on my own. Absolutely incredible. Anyways, I was interested enough that I went through almost every comment, and towards the bottom there were people bitching about how close it was to the creek and how the trees surrounding it could fall on the cabin. The dude was very poised in his responses and kept pointing out that it was built on stilts and all things in life require risk. This one was one he was willing to take considering it was a dream of his. Point being, Redditors tend to be incredibly cynical and risk-averse to a fault. On top of that, there is always an incredible number of comments from people that have no freaking clue what they are talking about, but they say these things with such confidence. The next time you come across a post involving a particular hobby of yours, just head to the comment section and you'll see what I mean. Point being, Redditors tend to be incredibly cynical and risk-averse to a fault. One of my favorite threads was a few years back about what essentials you should always carry in your car. It was this absurd exercise in one-upmanship, as lists and comment chains all kept ending up with people swearing that you just had to carry gallons of water, toolkits, days' worth of food, spare clothes, spare shoes, and God knows what else on every trip. Always carry an extra car in your car in case the first car breaks down.